Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's the author, Andrew Snorton, and you're joining me for the Fast 15, as we usually do each and every Wednesday, usually about 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's our time to take about 10, 15 minutes to pause, check up, check in, enjoy an encouraging note from any of the books or audiobooks, a few announcements, and then get you going. We know sometimes you can't wait until the end of the day to kind of pause and reboot, or you might not be able to wait till the beginning of the next day. So I'm grateful to everybody who takes time out, midday, mid-afternoon to be like, hey, let's just pump our brakes, slow down the moving parts and get back at it. So thank you guys. The best ways to stay connected with me will be Instagram. If you add me at AuthorASnorton on Instagram, and when you click on the link in the bio, it takes you to my Linktree. So the actual Linktree is linktr.ee/AuthorASnorton. So if you don't remember the Linktree, add me on Instagram, click on the link in the bio for my Linktree, and then from there it will give you the access to the newsletter, which comes out twice a month, all the social media that I'm on, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. So make sure to subscribe to YouTube to check this out and others out. Twitter/X, any interviews, upcoming events. Of course, shouts to my friends at the Status Network for the archival editions of the Conversation Corner, as well as my collaborative coffee brand, the Author Andrew Snorton Blend with Fonte's Coffee. So make sure to check all those out. And not only I appreciate you guys supporting me, but take time to support, the collaborative groups I work with, things along those lines, fellow authors, all that type of stuff. There's some good people out here doing good things. So they can definitely, I appreciate your support. Let's see what you can do, to keep things going. So before we get into our reading, we always, take time to kind of pause and check in. We know there's some people who might not be doing too well. And with today being Valentine's Day, for some people, it is an emotionally charged day, for a number of reasons. So if you're someone is going through something, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, things along those lines, please, please, please believe there are people out here who care. Do what you need to kind of pause and reboot, and whether it's, professional help or just changing up your routine, things along those lines, identify positive ways for you to work through, whatever you're going through. And it's true, all of us are dealing with something. Some of us are dealing with something real serious each day. So if that sounds like you, you have every right to feel, some kind of way, but don't let that spill over into doing something that could really hurt you or hurt somebody else. On the flip side, today can be a happy day for folks. Folks getting cards, texts, cup of coffee, all that type of thing. And so for people who are having a good day, we want you to continue having a number of good days. If there's things that you've worked through that now you're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel and you're starting to pause and pivot, hey, congratulations to you. And as always, let's just keep, people in mind, not only today, but every day. Just take a moment or two to kind of check on folks. So today's reading, no surprise, comes from the very first book that dropped February 12th of 2017, my debut, Deeper Than Your Deepest Sleep, Thoughts on Love with Joseph Snorton. So this is definitely a good read for people who enjoy poetry, introspection, things along those lines. It's based on conversation with a long-lost family member, and we look at the energy of love. So we look at it through the lenses of family relationships, friendships, community, people in your life, people no longer in your life. And what we've done is, before people are able to dive into the poem, they need to read the preview, which gives them the context. So now that you know the context, you can really go ahead and immerse yourself in the poem. So the portion that I'm going to pull from is from chapter 18. And I think this is all the chapters are important. Here we go. And it's titled, Do I Love What I See in the Mirror? Because oftentimes we're looking external for validation, acceptance, all that type of thing, but it starts internal. So whether it's through the lens of your faith, your thought processes, things along those lines, it really does start internally. So I'm going to read a couple of selections that I hope are not only just a reminder to me, but a reminder to everybody out there, especially some folks that might not be doing so great. So here it goes. This portion comes from the preview. We're getting context. You gotta love yourself. How else can you really love other people? And it's not about being arrogant or boastful. It's just about being in tune with who you are and whose you are. But you have to get your head out of the sand or the clouds and get back to reality so you can see yourself for who you are and who you can be. So that says a lot, because a lot of times we feel like if this person loves us, then we can love ourselves, but it really does start internal. And like I've said before, whether it's through the lens of your faith and spirituality, whether it's through the lens of your personal philosophy, it does start internal. And there's times that we might not always feel that great about ourselves. Let's be honest. We might not always feel that great. We look at our shortcomings, look at, who's done us wrong, who's, bopped out of our lives, all that type of thing. But ultimately, once you kind of slow down those moving parts, it is about how you view yourself. And it doesn't mean that you think you're perfect, but you realize you're good. And you realize each day is an opportunity for you to get just a little bit better than the day before. And let me see if I can see anything else. I think I'm going to leave it there just with that preview. So in order to get the nuts and bolts, you got to read the book and you got to get the book. So that's Deeper Than Your Deepest Sleep Thoughts on Love with Joseph Norton. A little bit less salt and pepper than I have now, but hey, that's all right. So a couple of quick announcements before we wind down for the day. Upcoming events: Lincoln, Illinois, from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Central Time. That will be Saturday, February 24th. Again, Lincoln, Illinois, at the Lincoln Public Library. Join me for my author's talk. We'll talk about all the books, the audio books, upcoming projects, and more, including, if you haven't gotten yours, you got to get a bag of really good coffee. I keep telling you, bag of really good coffee, the AuthorASnorton blend. This is the light roast, but we've got the medium decaf, and we may bring back the bourbon infused, but you got to check it out on fontescoffee.com and click on the menu for special collections and get yours. And then, of course, if you've been checking out the newsletter, you'll know where to pick it up. So I'm just saying. So again, February 24th from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Central, Lincoln, Illinois, the Lincoln Public Library. I will do an author's talk. Sunday, February 25th, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Central Time in Chicago, Illinois at the Family Den. Shouts to Devo Entertainment and all the amazing DJs, the ownership, the staff, and of course the great people that make that, such a great neighborhood spot. It'll be a pop-up, meet, greet, talk with me, add any of the books. We'll have some bags of the coffee, add any of the books, all that type of thing, and just come out, enjoy come on, Chicago, it's house music, it's a Sunday afternoon, it's a chill vibe, you already know what the deal is, so make sure to check those out. So those are the next two book-related events I have coming up. Again, shouts to my team at Fontes Coffee with the AuthorASnorton blend. Again, we have the light, medium, and decaf roasts already, so go to fontescoffee.com, click on the menu for special collections. You'll see me. Go ahead and get to it, and don't forget to click, when you purchase online, to earmark your donation to some great nonprofits. Shouts to the Status Network for the great archival work that's been done. I know it's been a while. But I'll once I get a few other things squared away, as you heard me say, really it'll look forward to being back, with you guys. Make sure to check out AuthorASnorton CCS on Instagram for education-based services, as well as press and media services, doing some great work. Of course, thank you to each and every reader, book club, bookstore, book festival, special event, and more for taking time to support me. February 12th, 2017 is when the book actually officially dropped. The book signing that I did way back when at the Starbucks on Howell Mill Road up at the upper level. So shouts to the folks there, and shouts to everybody who was there from day one. That was a fun time, great experience. And now this year marks year number 7. So definitely excited on that. So as we get ready to wind down, like I said before, stay connected with me. The easiest way is Instagram, AuthorASnorton. And when you click on the link in the bio, it'll take you to my Linktree. But you can type in the Linktree, linktr.ee/AuthorASnorton. And from there, the newsletter, so there'll be a new edition of the newsletter coming out later this week. So the newsletter, my Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube, please. My Twitter/X, my Amazon author page, my the collaborative coffee with Fonte's Coffee, the archival shows from the Status Network, all that type of stuff is on there. So you need to make sure to check it out. Booking information, upcoming events, all that type of thing. So as we go to wind down, again, we know today has a little bit more significance. Yeah, if you do the research, the history of the day, how it started was not the greatest, but thankfully people saw it could change for the better. And just spread love every day as best as possible. But every once in a while, spread a little extra. So today's a day to spread just a little bit extra to those family, friends, loved ones, people who you care about. Let them know as best as possible you care. Not only just today, but every day. So until then, ladies and gentlemen, go forth, Godspeed, continued blessings, well wishes, words of encouragement, all that, and then some. Whether small or big, a victory is a victory. Whether slow or swift, movement is movement. Keep it victorious and keep it moving. I know I switch the order up from time to time, but you get my intent. You guys take very good care. Until next time, peace. And yeah, peace and love. I think I got it right? Peace, love, and happiness. All right, I'll see you guys later. Take care.